Actually, our hope is that we could do it on the...
No, don't even say that. No. Don't even say that. That is not our hope. Oh, no.
What is that smell? 1, 2, 3. Her name is... Hey guys!
This is Hannah.
And this is Regal.
Thank you so much for coming back to our channel. So today we are going to be doing a pregnancy Q&A for baby number 2.
Baby number 2.
Woo! We've been having a lot of people just ask different questions about just this pregnancy and all that. So we figured we should just make a video where we sit down and just answer a lot of your guys' questions.
There was a lot of questions and we just appreciate you guys for sending those in. So we're going to pick out some of the ones that are very common or that we just liked and go over those with you. But before we begin, make sure that you
like and subscribe and hit your notifications so you know when we post next.
Hit that button. It really helps us out and then you'll know when we post next. So let's get into it.
Okay, so the first question is, how far along am I?
The answer to that question is 20 weeks tomorrow.
20 weeks tomorrow.
20 weeks tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll probably like around 21 weeks when we post this.
Yeah.
But as of right now, tomorrow, 20 weeks.
And she's showing just a little bit.
Yeah, so. I feel like I've kind of popped quite a bit. I feel like now I look pregnant.
I mean, I think that you still can wear things and people don't know.
Yeah, you can still not tell sometimes. I feel like a couple weeks ago is when I really started checking a lot. When we were on our trip in Florida, I feel like that's when I started noticing like, oh, wow, like... she's there.
Yeah. Next question is, do you think the transition between 0 and 1 or 1 and 2 will be easier? Ooh. And I mean, I don't really know. I mean, don't know. We've heard from people their opinions, but
yeah, and I feel like everyone has a different opinion.
Yeah, and I think it's subjective to, like with Jace, what we had with him in our first pregnancy and delivery and birthing rather. When he was born, you know, that would be pretty crazy if that something like that were to happen again, you know, which we're believing that it's not, and we have, you know, everything's going great, but I mean, I could imagine, you know, that might be a little harder transition than if everything goes smoothly and
Jace, our son, was colicky, and we had a lot of hard time like getting him to sleep at first, so
we're hoping that this next child there's no colic.
Obviously there's people that have it like way worse situations,
absolutely,
but there's a lot that happened, and a lot we actually didn't share either with people that happened after like our son was born,
and just even the recovery with the C-section and stuff like that also made things difficult.
But in regards to like jumping from 0 to 1 and 1 to 2, I feel like going from no kids to 1 kid is like a huge jump. Obviously you go from like just worrying about yourselves to like now taking care of a little human. So I feel like in just the sense of knowing how to take care of a newborn, I feel like that will be easier, maybe, hopefully.
But then we will have 2 under 2.
Yeah, and we'll have a toddler now with a newborn, and we used to just like sleep a lot of times when Jace was napping, and now we're not really going to be able to do that. We're going to have to take shifts, and so I don't know. We'll have to let you guys know after.
I don't know anything about this would be considered easier, and I think it's all going to be, you know, an adjustment. Someone told me this one time that parenting is the hardest thing you'll ever love. So it's going to take work, but we're excited and ready for our sweet baby girl. We're so thankful for our son already. We're just thankful for our expanding family, and just I think in general it's just going to be an adjustment.
Yes. Next question is, what happens if you ignore pregnancy cravings? I'll let him answer this. What happens when you ignore my pregnancy cravings?
I couldn't tell you what it's like when they don't get met because I just, you know, try to stay on top of that. So I would just take it. I would take that answer as maybe some advice.
If it's something though you can't, like, because like we live 2 hours from Chick-fil-A and I'm craving Chick-fil-A, you can't meet that.
We did though. When you were craving Chick-fil-A, I made something like it. Yes. I made something like it for you.
That is true.
And it did satisfy because we have the sauce. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, this is good.
That is true.
Yeah.
You just make it work, I guess.
You just gotta make it work. You gotta do something to hit the taste buds. So
yeah, pregnancy cravings are real. There's been times where I've craved things this pregnancy where it's just like, oh, I just want that so bad, and it's like such an intense craving.
She's like a lioness attacking an antelope in the Sahara.
Stop.
Pickles! I don't think you've craved pickles, actually. I don't know, honestly, because we make sure that those get satisfied.
How many kids do you guys want is the next question. And As of right now, I think our answer's still 4.
4.
We're going to take one kid at a time, though.
I just had a voice crack. 4. I'm scared already. 4. We would love 4.
Still want 4. I know that when they're younger, it can be hard sometimes. I mean, honestly, I feel like at any phase, there's going to be something that's difficult, though. It can be hard when they're little, but then that's like the preteen and the teenager phase, which can be hard in its own way, too. So, yeah, I don't know. I think as of right now, we still want 4.
Yeah, and we're gonna take it one baby at a time. But
we're working on 2 right now.
Yep, and we're just thankful for that. Lord willing, we'll get 4.
That's kind of what we think about when we see our future family.
Yep. So. Next question: is there anything you would do differently with baby number 2 from baby number 1, either raising, birth, etc.?
I don't know. I think we just like kind of more know and understand like the newborn phase a little bit better. So I think there's maybe some things we would do differently. But like, because I guess I didn't really understand like wake windows and stuff a lot with our son, but he also was colicky, so it's kind of just like whenever he could sleep, we just let it happen. So I think this time, just depending on how things go with this baby, but I think we know more now, like whatever stage they are, they should be getting like this much sleep, these wake windows, and these long of naps. And
I think that we'll just be better prepared for things.
Yeah, I think we better prepared. So I
think that we'll be better diaper changers. You know, we're pro at that now. And we're like pro bottle cleaners.
And I think I won't hopefully be not anxious, but I feel like there was a lot of things anytime like there was a little thing with Jay, so I'll be like, oh my gosh, like what do we do if it's
we'll see if this is actually a thing.
We'll see, but I feel like I would just like worry about like a lot of little things with him, and I feel like now that I know, it's like, oh well, babies just do that. Like, does that make sense? Like, like I understand babies more now, like, oh well, if the baby's doing this, like I like know.
Since we've experienced things, there's a little more knowledge with what is, you know, with our son and different things that have happened already. So we say that, but then it's like this tiny precious baby, and you're like, I don't want anything to happen to it, and the same feelings will probably still have to fight, you know. But I think we are a little better prepared. I don't know anything different. I think it's just everything that we've learned
right now.
I think just everything that we've learned we'll be able to implement a little better with this second child. So. Next question.
So the next question is this going to be another C-section? And I hope not, personally. And I want to preface with saying, like, I know some people have like wonderful C-section experiences, and some people prefer that way, and that is great. Personally, for me, I was not planning on having a C-section, and it ended up being an emergency life or death situation for my son where I had to get the C-section. I was put under anesthesia, and it was just very traumatic and scary.
One of the biggest things for you, too, was that you weren't able to see him right away, too.
Yeah, which was sad really sad. I didn't get to see him. I think it was like 45 minutes to an hour till I got to see him. And
it's crazy when usually anesthesia and stuff, when you wake up, you're like groggy. She woke up, I guess, and was just like, where's my son? Like, she knew right away.
Like, where's my baby? And like, it was weird. Like, I think the adrenaline just like overtook my body, like, because I had previous surgeries before, and like every time I'm just kind of like loopy and out of it, but not this time. I was just like mama bear mode, like, where is he? Like,
there's that thing they do say with like redheads too about like
needing more anesthesia.
Yeah, I don't know how much they gave you. Me a lot. Maybe they didn't. I don't know, but
I have no idea. But I think my doctor this time is on the same page too. Like, basically, like the first appointment we had with him, he like walked in the room. He's like, all right, so goals this pregnancy is baby to be like, because my son was smaller, they didn't know why he was, but he had, there's a buck with antlers in our yard. It's a 4-pointer.
We got a 4-pointer in our yard.
We have so many deer in our yard, like all the time. Our neighborhood has so many deer, and we get a lot. If you can see right now, that is a buck, a little buck, 4-pointer. Sorry about that, but anyways, as I was saying, for those who don't know, my son had IUGR. They don't know what was causing it. Some babies, I guess, it just happens, and he was really small. He was only 4 pounds 13 ounces when he was born. So we have the same doctor this time that delivered him, and he came into the appointment and was like, okay, so goals this time, healthy baby weight, no induction, and no C-section, right? I'm like, that sounds great.
We were on board, like, so that's what we're hoping for.
Please. So we'll see. Obviously, as we've learned last time, we'll see.
We'll see.
As we learned last time, that we can make all the plans we want, and sometimes they just do not happen. So I'm just going in with it basically, like, obviously I have plans of what I hope happens. I hope to be able to give birth naturally without an epidural this time. That is the goal. But if it comes to the day and things go crazy and I need a C-section again, all I care about is that she gets here healthy and safe.
Yep.
So
yeah, my mentor said a great thing to us when we were found out about Jace and finding out that we had to
get induced.
Yeah. He said, you know, it's every journey is different, but it's not necessarily just about the journey. It's about, in regards to a child getting here, it's about that they get here safely. So every journey is different, and so this one is, you know, it's been a little different already.
No bleeding this time. I had bleeding with my son right away, so thankfully there was nothing like that so far. So already off to a better start in that aspect.
Yep, and so it's been different already, and so we're just believing and hoping and praying that she gets here safely. Next question. Is
pregnancy with baby girl different than the pregnancy with Jace?
Yes.
I would say so, yeah. I wouldn't say crazy different. I have a lot of similar symptoms.
There's similar stuff, but I think stuff started earlier.
This time I got sick way sooner.
I think that there was different just side effects of being pregnant, you know, or what are they called? Not side effects.
Pregnancy symptoms.
There's been different pregnancy all right. There's been different pregnancy symptoms with this child so far.
Yes. I was really anxious with my son Jace in the first trimester.
She didn't have any of that this time.
Thank goodness. That was honestly, I was like in a prison in my own brain with that first trimester with him. I just was worrying about the weirdest things that didn't even make any sense, and I got myself just sick from worrying, honestly. And
so none of that this time.
Thankfully. So I would say nauseousness wise though,
it's hard to tell.
It's so hard to tell because I feel like when you're in the moment experiencing it, it seems like the worst, but it might have been worse last time.
They've been similar but different.
Yeah,
if there was like a drastic difference, we'd probably be able to tell. But she did have nauseousness last time, and she had nauseousness this time too. I think the difference is that
the anxiousness is probably the biggest difference.
Yep, and then you started your nausea earlier.
I started way sooner. Before I even found out I was pregnant this time, that's why I kind of felt like I was pregnant, because I started feeling nauseous. And with Jace, I don't think I got nauseous. I honestly feel like I can't remember a lot of these things because it feels like so long ago.
I just remember the first thing, it was like bacon. I was cooking bacon in the house, and she was just Jace. Like, yuck, no, you can't do that anymore. And I was like, I feel
like it was around like 8 weeks. Yeah.
I just remember being super bummed that I couldn't cook bacon anymore in the house.
It made me feel so sick. This time for just a tiny bit, bacon kind of grossed me out, but then it didn't.
Yeah.
But there was a time period.
That's like the first time though with Jace, when you started, I was cooking bacon one time, and I was just like super excited about breakfast, because we like breakfast in the morning, and I like to cook her
really good at egg omelets.
Yeah, and I was cooking bacon, and all of a sudden I was just like,
oh no,
what is that smell? I immediately like took the cast iron off the stove and like went outside and like just like let it air out there. I knew, and then I just knew my bacon days were numbered.
Bacon days were numbered for a while after that.
So that's what's been different so far.
Yeah, and I feel like I've also been able to feel. See, this is another thing too. Is I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of like little details about my first pregnancy just because like it was a while ago. But I feel like I didn't feel him move as much as I'm feeling her move this early. I also had an anterior placenta with my son, so the placenta was in the front versus the back, and we don't know yet what the placenta is.
We're about to find out.
We're gonna find out on Monday, because today's Saturday. Find out on Monday because we're getting the 20-week anatomy scan, which is exciting. We get to see her, but we'll find out if my placenta's in the front or the back. But I feel like it might be in the back because I've been feeling her move so much, and I felt Jace move kind of around this time, but it was not super often, and it could just be because like I more like know what it feels like now too. I've heard people say their second pregnancies and beyond, like you notice them move earlier, so that could be that too. But I just feel like I feel like she's a lot more active. So I don't know.
So that could be different too. The placenta being anterior versus
I think posterior.
Posterior versus anterior.
Yes.
Correct us if we're wrong.
We do not know for sure though.
If we were right in the comment section, tell us. Hey, real quick, before we continue, if you guys could do us a favor and smash that like button if you haven't already, it really helps us out. We just appreciate that.
We'd really appreciate it.
Without further ado, or Q&A. Next question. What will you name your baby?
So
Should we tell them?
I don't know. Should we?
Okay, so we'll tell you her name right here, right now, just to our YouTube following. Ready? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. Her name is. So that's her name.
Yep.
Yep. You guys heard it first.
You heard it first here. No, but we're not gonna announce until she's here.
Yes.
Just because I don't know. Our family doesn't know either.
Yeah.
We're just keeping it a secret.
The only person that knows is our manager. And
actually, your
now our video editor.
So. Yeah.
Our manager and our video editor.
What I will say is something that's cool about her name. We just actually decided recently what we were going to name her. And we were praying about it because we just want to make sure whatever name we give her is just the name that God has for her.
Yep.
And so I had a dream like 2 weeks ago when I was sick, and in the dream I was by myself, and I went down to this lake, and I was sitting on this dock, and I was sitting there all day, and all day I had seen like no fish in this lake. And in my dream I prayed, God, we really feel that we should name our little girl this name, and we just don't know if that's what you want her to be named. So I am just asking them if that's what we should name her, that I see a fish. And then literally all of a sudden a ton of fish started like jumping out of the water in this dream. And I was like, okay, God, we'll name her that. And then I woke up.
Yeah, so once she told me that, I was super excited. That
I think that was just confirmation we needed.
Yeah.
Because like, I think we both really liked this name. We were kind of between a few different names, but this one we always kind of kept coming back to, like, but I really like that one. And I think that was kind of confirmation. So I think we're like 99% sure that's probably what her name's gonna be, unless for some reason get another dream, but different fish. I don't know. But as of now, I think
we have the name picked out, and you have to stay tuned, and we will be announcing that
when she gets here.
When she gets here. Next question.
Next question is.
Next question.
Okay, next question is, when is the due date? And I don't think that I want to share like the exact date, only because like I feel like there's just like some kind of like pressure around like when that day comes, and like everyone knows, and it's like, what if it doesn't happen? Or
but we can tell you the month.
Yeah, but like what if we don't want to announce, like then I don't know, I just feel like I don't want to say exactly when. Honestly, we might have like responded to a comment instead. So there might be somebody who knows. But then after our pregnancy was announced, I'm like, I just don't know if I want to share it. So maybe some people know, I don't know. But she's due in July, in the middle of July.
In the middle of July, I've been walking through my sleep.
I feel like she's gonna be with Jace. It was really weird because the whole pregnancy, before I knew I had to be induced and all that kind of stuff that happened, I kept having this feeling like he was gonna come early. And this time I feel like she's gonna be later. As of right now. We'll see though.
It's kind of the vibes.
We'll see. She could, I just want her to come exactly when she's supposed to.
Next question.
Are you planning a hospital or a home birth? A hospital. Yeah, there was a brief time with Jace, like kind of right away-ish in the pregnancy, that we thought about home birth, but after everything that happened with him and just kind of...
We didn't really have an option to do that.
Well, for him, we wouldn't have had an option to probably do that.
And it
was only a brief time we thought about that. Then after we're like, no, we're just new hospital, and then probably being a good thing we did, just given everything that happened.
Yeah.
And then this time around, just after what happened last time, I think I am too scared to do a home birth. Personally, I just feel more comfortable, I guess, just because there was just a lot of intervention that I needed with just the anesthesia and the C-section, and there was just a lot that happened. It was a lot. So no. It is going to be a hospital birth. Unless for some reason...
They don't offer it at our hospital, but I feel like at some point a water birth is something that she's interested in doing.
Yeah, but you can't... I think you're allowed to sit in like the tub area of like laboring, but you can't actually deliver in the tub, I think. I would have to
They have one there?
I don't know. I thought they maybe did. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it confused with something else.
I thought they didn't offer it, but...
I honestly do not remember.
I think that's something.
Yeah. So we'll see if we ever move somewhere else someday, or if they offer it, or if they open. Honestly, I think the perfect happy medium for me would be if they had like a birthing center, where it's kind of like the in-between of a home birth and a hospital birth. But we don't have one where we live. So we used to have one and it closed down. So that would have been probably what I would like.
Yeah. It's just not close, and when you're about to birth a child,
you don't want to have to drive 2 hours.
Yeah, so
because they might be there in the car. The car might be where you birth the baby. So yeah.
we birth you right there on the side of the road.
There's people that I've seen videos where that's happening.
That would be insane.
You would be delivering our baby.
That would be nuts. I don't know how.
Oh my gosh.
That would be
crazy.
insane. Actually, our hope is that we could do it on the.
No, don't even say that. No. Don't even say that. That is not our hope. That is not
our hope.
Do not even say that out loud. No. Anyways, we're
gonna birth my baby on this old road.
Next question is, baby girl going to have her own nursery when she's ready to go in there? Yes, she will. So what we're gonna do is, right away the baby's gonna be in her room until she's ready to go into the nursery. And what we're gonna do is, Jace is in our like nursery area right now.
And that's like his room.
It's his room, and so we're gonna move him into the room next door. The reason why is
it was a guest room. Yeah. Now it's a closet, and then it will be.
It's a storage room at the moment.
It's a storage room / closet.
Yeah, and we're gonna switch it.
We're gonna get rid of a ton of clothes.
We need to get
and then turn that decorate it to. It's already done.
It's already like finished. We just need to decorate it. But the reason why we're moving Jace is because the room that we have him in is basically like perfect for a nursery.
It is.
It has like built-ins and shelves everywhere for like the changing table.
We actually will pin the video. Of the nursery tour that we did. You guys can check it out and see exactly what it looks like.
Yes.
But yeah, it's set up real good.
It's perfect. Like when we bought the house and we were like looking around at it, I was like, this would literally be a perfect nursery. So the way it's just set up is it's just much better. Plus it's the room next to ours, so it's just a perfect layout for a nursery. And then the next room will be able to, I think it'll be a really good toddler room for Jay. So
it'll be real good.
We're just gonna do some switching around, and we're gonna probably just redecorate a little bit just to make it more girly for her. So I'm excited. We'll post a video once we get that all decorated.
Yes.
And when we get Jason's new room decorated, I'm excited to do that. Right now he's super into cars. That's like his favorite thing. And
that's his favorite word right now. He's just like everything car.
Everything car. So right now I'm kind of thinking maybe car theme.
Well, car theme. That'd be cool.
We'll see though, but his interest could change. He's had a few different interests, but right now he loves cars. So we'll see what it could be.
Well, we are done with all the questions that you guys asked us. Thank you guys for submitting those. We appreciate you just, interacting with you, hearing your thoughts, and thanks for tuning into this. And,
we appreciate your guys' support and for just all the love you guys show us.
You guys are just so awesome here on YouTube.
In our lives, it's just crazy.
Yeah, we love our YouTube following. You guys are so awesome.
We love all of our
for sure.
everybody.
But this is exclusive just for the YouTube following.
We'll just post this on YouTube. We love you guys.
Yeah, you guys get this, and you guys always go bananas in the comment section, and we love being able to interact with you guys and see what's going on, your stories that you guys leave in the comments, your prayers for us. You were just always overwhelmed with just knowing that there's a lot of love here, so we appreciate that.
I think it'd be fun if people like see if they can guess what the baby girl's name is, and just leave in the comments, and we'll see.
We'll start
a train. Fun to see if anyone guesses it.
Yes, we'll start a thread in the comment section.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people that I've seen guess it on just like different platforms and stuff. I feel like I might have seen someone guess it, but I don't think I've seen many people guess it at all. So, and guess the first and the
Is there like a hint that we can give?
Oh, okay.
All right.
We're going to leave you with one hint then. Make the guessing just a little easier. Maybe like leading up to her being here, we'll drop a few more, but right now we'll just give you one. So the first name is 2 syllables.
And then the middle name is 1 syllable. So we're going to leave you that hint. Go crazy in the comment section. Let's see if anybody can get it. We won't let you know if it is correct.
Yeah, we're not gonna. You won't know until she gets here. But it would be kind of fun just to see if when she gets here, if anyone does it. Right. So
that'll be awesome.
Stay tuned for maybe more hints and future videos of what her name is.
Yes. This has been a Q&A with
Hannah
and Regal, and we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all your questions.
And also before we go, just make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when we post next.
Hit that button.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Woohoo!